Hey.
Welcome back, CHRISSY Crew, and this is day 10 of Vlogmas, day 10 of 25 days of Chrissy. It's day 10. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I definitely want to apologize that I did not post a day 9 yesterday. Well, I didn't record yesterday. I was just not in the mood. I wasn't feeling good, and I didn't cook anything, so I didn't record. So I apologize. I missed day 9, but I'm here. Today's day 10, and we're going to be making one of the easiest things that you can ever make. Today, we're making chicken and broccoli. Now, this chicken and broccoli is a quicker version than what I normally do. I have made chicken and broccoli sauce from scratch with soy sauce and brown sugar and honey and all that good stuff. But I honestly have not made that in a little while where I make it from scratch. Everything I've been using this little cheat sheet that I have. This is a teriyaki sauce and it's really good. Literally after I season everything and everything is cooked, you just drizzle it on a little bit and heat it up, and then boom, it's done. So I've been doing this for a while, but I will make a fresh chicken and broccoli for you guys so that you guys can see how it's made from scratch from the beginning and how good it is. So today we're just going to use this little cheat sheet, but I am of course still going to season everything. I did end up cutting my chicken already. So for ingredients, let me start from that. For ingredients, we have some broccoli cuts, which normally I use fresh broccoli as well, but when I'm in not that I'm in a rush, but when I just want to cook fast and have something ready quickly, I use frozen broccoli. I do have, these were fresh mushrooms and I cut them up and I froze them, so these are mushrooms. We have our rice. This is a 1.5 cups of rice. We have our chicken cutlet cut up already. Garlic powder. We're going to use our ginger and garlic paste today. So this is a time that this comes in handy when I make chicken and broccoli. This comes in handy. So ginger and garlic powder, black pepper, the accent, of course, the marinade, which I said this is the Lowry's teriyaki with pineapple juice marinade. Delicious. They also have a roasted garlic one, like an urban garlic one. Really, really good. And then we're going to use fresh garlic as well. So right now I have my water boiling for the broccoli. I've decided not to cook the rice first because I'm going to use the rice pot. So I'm going to just show you guys how I do it. As I showed you guys before, this is the rice pot. And literally it's one of the easiest things you have to do. So I'm just going to wash my rice because I didn't wash it yet. We're going to wash the rice. And I can't find my measuring cup, my cup size measuring cup. I have no idea where it is. And I just used it. I always use that cup, so it might be on my table actually. We'll figure it out. But you wash your rice, dump it in. I'm going to do 2.5 cups of rice. So we're going to do this for 5 times. 1, this is a 1/2 cup. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take some salt. I do salt that up. And then I'm putting some olive oil in it. So we're just going to put about it's like a tablespoon, I guess, of olive oil. Now we just plug it in. I don't plug it in until I have everything in because there's no on and off button. Like I mentioned before, there's no on and off. So once you plug it in, it starts. So I plug it in once everything's in, put it down to cook, stir it up. So all the salt goes where it needs to be and all the oil. That's it. Rice is done. I don't have to do anything else with rice. My water is boiling for the broccoli. So we're going to put the broccoli in now because Angel likes his broccoli soft. I don't eat broccoli or mushrooms, so I only put them in for him, and obviously because it's chicken and broccoli, so we gotta have the broccoli, but I don't eat it. I don't like broccoli at all. And honestly, I wouldn't get this frozen broccoli again because they cut it up, and they cut it up like, I don't know, they cut it up weird. So it's like you don't really get too much of the bushels on top. It's like you gotta dig for them. I've used one other bag, so this is like a new bag that I bought, but I don't like it. If you guys see, well, I don't know if you guys can't see it. You guys can see how this looks. It's like a bunch of the ends cut up and not too much of the crown. And we want this part. It's the point of the broccoli. But here's the chicken. So I didn't show you guys. This is cut up in like little squares. And this is how the rice looks. So it's just going to sit there and cook up. Gotta add some more broccoli though. I'm going to just go through, find all the little crowns. Put those in. It's not a lot. Like I said, I definitely want to get this brand again. I purchased a frozen broccoli once before from the normal supermarket that I go to. And it was such a fresh looking bag of broccoli. The broccoli was so green, bunch of crown heads on it. Like, it was not like this. So yeah, this is a no-go next time. I threw it out because I definitely don't want to use that again. So next we're going to season our chicken. We're going to add some garlic. We're going to add some black pepper. We're keeping the seasoning very simple because we're using that marinade. So I'm not putting too much of anything. Just a little accent. I'll put a little bit of salt, literally like a little. Then we're gonna put some ginger garlic. And I'm not putting too much paste because the ginger is very strong in here. So let me just show you guys. So this is how it looks before I mix it up, but you see the amount of the other seasonings I put. I'm not putting a lot like I normally do. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I used to also have sesame oil. So with that, I would drizzle a little on here too, so that when I start frying it, I'll add a little bit in the pan too when I fry it, but I'll also add a little bit on here, just so it's coated with the sesame oil. And I do have ginger powder, which I normally add a little ginger powder on it as well. But since we put the ginger and garlic paste, like I mentioned, the ginger is very strong in the garlic paste, so I'm not gonna add the ginger powder. I don't want the ginger to overpower. I don't want to overpower it at all. Next, I'm going to take a small bowl, and in this, I'm just going to put the chicken to the side. In this, we're going to add some of our mushrooms. Yeah, about a handful. That's good. Well, there's not a lot left, so we're just going to add it all in. Because knowing Angel, he'll end up eating a lot of it. So it is frozen, like I mentioned. For these to defrost, it doesn't take a lot of time because they're fresh and they're just soft. So right now, if I put it in, it'll be totally fine to cook. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the paste on it, a little bit of powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of accent. I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to my pan and put the pan on. We have our broccoli boiling away over here. And while this is heating up, I'm not gonna do anything. This one's probably literally like the fastest thing that you can make, especially if you have a rice cooker where you can just throw the rice in and forget about it. This is for sure like one of the easiest quick night kind of meal kind of things. And today is Friday, so happy Friday, you guys. Cheers. This is a cheers drink edition. Not getting drunk, but we have a drink today. I think this week went by really quickly. And before you know it, it's Christmas, literally. Like I said, it was day 5, then it was going to be day 14. It's already day 10. Tomorrow's day 11. It's just like going so fast. Here what I'm drinking is Casamigos, and you're going to laugh, but I had a Crystal Light strawberry flavor. Let me see. What is it? Oh, I had this Crystal Light wild strawberry, and it tastes so good. So I said, let me mix it with my Casamigos, and it's delicious. It's okay. It's not delicious, but it's okay. Let me show you guys. So this is how the mushrooms look. There is still some kind of ice on it. We have our broccoli boiling, our oil heating up, and our seasoned chicken. And I'm sorry the angle is like everywhere. It's just every time I pick up the tripod, I move the camera, and then when I place it back, I place it somewhere else. So my bad, guys. But we just put our mushrooms in. For this, I don't use fresh garlic because maybe I use a little bit. So let's just take a little one. I don't remember if I used fresh garlic. I wasn't gonna put any in, but we'll just add a little bit just to have some fresh garlic taste. But this is not like a garlicky dish. This dish is not like garlic chicken. It's not like that. It's the chicken and broccoli, and that's not too much of a garlic flavor at all, actually. So we're not gonna add this. We're not gonna add any fresh garlic because we want to be on the teriyaki. Like that's the flavor profile we're going for. So if we put too much garlic, it's gonna be like garlic chicken. And if you guys should be super proud of me that I did my hair today. I tried to get a little more cleaner for you guys because I've been looking like a freaking bum. So I try to, fix me up a little bit so that I'm not like looking crazy all the time. I put the mushrooms in until they get soft. I let the oil cook with them. I let it get hot. Sometimes it gets crispy. What I do is I cook this down so that they get soft. I'm gonna take them out we're gonna cook the chicken so that the chicken brings all the flavor into the pot. After that, we're gonna put the broccoli in and put the mushrooms back, and then we're gonna put it all together so all the flavors combine. So as you guys see here, the mushrooms are super soft. We wanna leave them like that. I took them out the pan, we put our chicken in. I'm gonna leave the chicken here, spread it out a little bit so that it can get nice and brown and caramelized, and then we're gonna take it out. I still have the broccoli boiling also. We're gonna let that boil for a few more minutes. So our broccoli is done. We're gonna go ahead and drain our broccoli out. Oh, wow. I like to run it under cold water just to shock them a little bit. You don't really have to. And I'm gonna pour them in with my mushrooms, just so that it can sit with the flavor and, you know, start getting some flavor in here before I throw it in the pot. Chicken is still cooking away, so we still have a few minutes for the chicken. Once the chicken is done, I'll show you guys, and that's it. So the chicken is cooking up really nicely, but I do like it to have a little bit more brown. You see how that one is a little more brown and crispy and a little more golden. So we're gonna let that catch up to everything else. But this is typically how I like my chicken. I make sure that it has just like some kind of crunch with it so that I know it's fully cooked through. And I add color to it, and I cook them long enough that they have, you know, like some crust and some crunch to it, then I know that they're definitely cooked. But chicken is super fast to cook, so it's not like it'll be undone. You know, I didn't cut them in. I cut them thin first because I told you you need to like thin chicken, so I cut them thin, and then I just cubed them from the pieces I cut. So they're definitely cooked, but I don't like them to be like a soft chicken. Like I like the chicken to have just a little bit of crunch on it. Now that it's where I like, we're going to dump in our mushrooms and broccoli. Mix that around together. So I let that cook up a little bit. I still want to make sure the broccoli is soft, so before I throw the sauce in, I just, you know, I keep this in the pot, just cook it down. Even if the pot gets a little burnt, it's okay because that crust and that burntness will come up once you put the other sauce in, once you put the marinade in. So I just like to let it sit, let it just like flow, get the juices flowing before I put the juice in, before I put the marinade in. As for our rice, as you guys can see, it's still on the cook color. So once it's ready, it'll pop up by itself to this warm, and it's gonna just keep boiling, keep cooking, but you guys can see working its magic. So I don't have to do anything. I just wait for it to go to warm, and then I'll check it a few minutes after that. I remember the first time I made chicken and broccoli, when I made it with a recipe, and you know, I did it with the soy sauce and the brown sugar and the honey. At first, I was really unsure. I was really unsure how it was gonna come out. I was like, why would they make sauce with cinnamon, with brown sugar and soy sauce? But let me tell you, after I mixed up that sauce, I just tasted like a little dab. It was so good. And after that, like I just kept making it that way. But then I found this one day, because I was like really not in the mood to do all that. It's not a lot of work, but you got to make sure you have all your ingredients and stuff. So one day I was like on my food shopping, and I saw this marinade, and I was like, let me try it. And when I tried it, it does not taste the same as chicken and broccoli. Definitely not at all. It does not taste the same. Because I've also made fresh chicken teriyaki, where chicken teriyaki is just soy sauce with brown sugar. The chicken and broccoli, it's soy sauce, honey, cornstarch, I think a little bit of brown sugar, not as much as teriyaki. So there is a difference between them. So I do make both fresh, but this is just so easy, especially for a long day if you just want to get cooking fast. But if you do want a good meal, like, or like, you know, a really fresh tasting, it does taste really good. But the first time I tasted it, like the first time I made it in the beginning, I was just like a little nervous on how it was going to taste because of the ingredients. Like, it's a weird combination. You wouldn't think that it would taste good, but it's really delicious. They knew what they were doing when they created that. So now our water has kind of like dried down, and now it's on the spot where it's caramelizing and, you know, the water's gone. So from here, we're going to add in our sauce, and I'm just going to drizzle a little. I like to do a little by little. You see how dark that color is? That's why I don't put too much at first. Take our little spatula. I'm doing this one-handed, guys, so bear with me. I just want you, let me do it this way. I just want you guys to see how it looks. Look at that. You don't have to put too much, but if you want it more saucy, Go ahead, add some more sauce. Oh, look at that. Look how delicious it looks. So good. Now, being that the rice is not done yet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to cover it because I don't want the fire to cook down the sauce. I want the sauce to stay there. So I'm going to cover it with my lid that I have. We're going to clean up the dishes. And then once the rice is ready, we'll make our plate and then voila. All right, guys, so we're back. Our rice is ready. We're going to put some rice in our beautiful plate here. Our chicken and broccoli and mushrooms are still nice and hot. Let me show you how they look. Really nice and flavorful. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks better than the Chinese chicken and broccoli? Comment down below. Who wins? Mine or theirs? Wait till you see when I make it fresh. It's been a while, but we'll do it. We'll do it, guys. Probably not next week because I just made this, but we'll definitely do it within our last 15 days of Vlogmas. Guys, 15 days. Can you believe that? It's already been 10, 15 more days left. That's gonna go by like this. But this is the final result. Nice fluffy white rice, very flavorful chicken and broccoli and mushrooms and sauce. This is the fast, easy, quick, but very good way for chicken and broccoli. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have not yet subscribed to be part of the Crazy Crew, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.